Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. 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 Ay, I got to drive the bus, the truck, the gas is stuck. I ain't the one to rely on.
It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I love what you got going on here. Now, how many of these events have you done?
I've events altogether. I've done like 46
Wow.
events. Yes, I started young. A lot of trial and error.
Tell me a little bit about Krumping. I know Krumping started in the 90s, right?
Yes, like early 2000s. Yeah.
Early 2000s?
Yeah.
It was kind of a way to use dance as a way to get young people off the streets
Yes.
and doing things to engage them that are more productive and creative, right?
Mm-hmm. Started in the streets of LA. It's actually from the West Coast. The idea of Krump may have started on the East Coast, but the West Coast is where like the creation has started. Like
Right.
it started there. Yeah, it came from like gang culture. Like even still in the dance to this day, we still use like gang culture references and like, you know, sometimes dances. Like, you know, we
Right.
have big homies and little homies within the dance, just like.
The word Krump, it stands for
It stands for Kingdom Uplifting Mighty Praise. Kingdom Radically Uplifting Mighty Praise. That's what it
so it
stands
has
for.
the
an
roots
acronym.
of
Yes.
spirit in it.
Yes,
Christianity,
it does,
which I
yes.
love, yeah. You said Krump kind of went through a difficult time.
Yeah, it went through a different, like the Christ era was a difficult time for Krump. You know, it scarred a lot of people. It's still a lot of essence of like, you know, Christ and God within the dance
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's just that it's handled better than it was back
That's
then.
good. That's
So yes, it's still like really big within like God and the Christianity and stuff like that. But it's not forced upon anyone anymore
right.
like it was
Right.
within the Christ era. Because you know now we just all expressing ourselves. I look at Krump as like every dance put together into one. When I first started, like, you know, Krump is like breakdancing, standing up. You know, I've said that. It's a dance that you can
feed
feel.
off that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's-
feel like you can feel it. Yeah.
And it's so cool because everybody in the crowd is part of it that way.
Yes,
You're like
yes.
feeding the dancers.
Yeah, you feed them the energy and then they give you their energy back. It's just an exchanging of energy. It's an endless loop.
So what got you into starting the events?
Oh.
Your passion for this, I love it because I can
Yeah,
see your passion
yeah,
for it just
yeah.
oozing out of you.
I had a lot of ideas. I'm extremely creativity.
Right.
Like I'm known all over the world as the most creative krumper. That's like my
Okay.
stamp.
Ooh.
And I'm super creative with everything I do. No,
Right.
Like I just think differently. So once I was going to a lot of different krump events all over United States and the world, I was just figuring out things about their event that like I could fix. And I was going up to them and telling them that, and then I was just like, why don't I just try it for myself? Let me
Yeah.
get into event coordinating, Krump events, so I can figure out how I can do it. And then first time I did it, like how I felt after it, like the passion, I felt successful, and just the love from everybody and the feedback I was getting, it was just wonderful, and I just kept it going. And then I just want Krump to be around forever, so I put this into communities and new generations, so it just can be just keep going.
That's
so it can
awesome.
pass down to someone else and someone else throw events, and that's what I'm here for.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I always tell people, like, you don't choose Krump chooses you. I think that's what happened for me. I was doing another dance and Krump chose me. It was like, no, come here, this is your dance. And that's what happened to me, and now I'm stuck in the dance, and I love it.
I love that. And that's our show, is passionate living. It's people living their passions
Yes.
and using them to make a difference in the world. But, you know, I think what you just said applies to everything. It's like, you don't choose your passion chooses you.
Yes.
And that's the difference between like having a hobby or something and having a passion, because the passion comes from the inside, not the outside, right? It just like, it kind of like grabs you by your heart and says, here we go.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, passion is very important, very important to just like everything we do. Because once we're passionate about something, it raises the importance, and then it helps our emotions like really attach to things, because that's important when our emotions are attached to things we love. People, things, whatever, like it doesn't matter, but when we're passionate about that thing or person, that's when we really put our all into it. Like,
have you seen any turnarounds in young people that got into Krump, that like were having challenges in their life and then they found Krump and it just turned them around?
yes, this is almost everyone. Like I said, it started from gang culture, so a lot of us was in a gang at the time until it was cool to dance, you know, because we're from an era where we had to wait till it was cool to do things.
Right.
So
you could be cool and be creative. You didn't have to be out there getting in trouble and hurting people.
Yes, so it saved countless people, like including myself. So.
Oh, wow. So I'm here with Daisy. Daisy, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thanks. The guys were saying great things about you, like you got to talk to Daisy. So, so I know you got some juice. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
How did you get into Krumping?
So I've been Krumping since the beginning, like first generation female, since 2002.
Okay.
So I was 12 years old.
Wow. And there weren't a lot of females Krumping, were there? Or were there originally?
It not as many as now.
Right.
Which you would find in 2023.
Right.
But it was a nice group.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, coming outside of the clown dancing era, because I was a clown dancer first.
Okay.
Yeah. So Tommy the Clown, really big in LA.
Yeah.
He had the whole like hip hop clowns, and he would throw the Battle Zone events, and so I had got into that first.
Right.
But then made the transition into Krump.
Okay.
So yeah, Krump was more my thing.
Yeah, you felt it.
Yeah, it was the edge.
Right.
You know, the fact that you can be raw and aggressive, or just whatever emotion you wanted to convey.
Yeah.
Like, and it was okay, it was accepted, you know, and the energy is transferred amongst people that's doing it too.
Right.
Much different from clown dancing. Clown dancing was more about entertainment,
Yeah.
you know, like really doing it for the crowd. I think Krump was more personal.
Right.
So,
And it's more inclusive because everybody's involved in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
The audience.
for me, I'm
the
like,
whole thing,
yeah, just not your typical girl, you know, got a little rough around the edges. So the appeal was definitely like, whoa, this is crazy.
This is a place
Yeah.
to let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, you know, Krump being a street style,
Yeah.
like it coming from South Central LA, it was definitely an alternative, you know, for a lot of people. It really saved lives, you know.
Yeah.
The gangbanging scene, or just, you know, kids having problems at home or at school. Like, it was definitely fun and recreational, but I think it really stopped like a lot of the youth from doing things that they didn't need to be doing.
Right. And
as
that's
well.
so critical.
It's crazy because we can literally like come together and dance, let's just say outside in the parking lot or something, and you know, the police can come, and at first they think maybe it's some kind of fight going on or something, and then when they really kind of like take a second look and see we're all like supporting each other and just dancing, I've seen it many times. They'll just leave us alone. Different Krumpers have a name, and they might have like little homies that carry that same name.
Right.
So Rex, he's just family off being in Krump, but this is Rex's event in his fam. So he asked me to come out. I think it's just being who I am. A lot of people consider me to be, well, one, like an OG of the dance. It's funny because I'm still young, so it's like OG. But okay, but I guess it's because I've been in it since the beginning, and you know, throughout the different eras of it. You know, I'm pretty respected. So he asked me to come, just kind of be a part and be a guest, and to also battle.
Right.
So I battled last night, and that was pretty crazy. We all just kind of connect because of the dance. Like literally started out in Los Angeles, and I don't know if you ever heard of the movie Rise.
Yeah, that's I know that's where a lot of people got turned on.
So Rise, I'm in that movie.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm a part of that. So, you know, once that came out,
now I gotta rewatch Rise and look.
along with just like a couple of Krump DVDs and
Right.
different things. That kind of spread around the world.
Yeah.
That's really what kind of started the fire of people creating their own communities in different
Right.
cities. So we got Krumpers across the USA, Krumpers
Wow.
overseas. I've even been to the Ukraine before.
Wow.
Yeah, to go teach workshops and be in an event.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
I just thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Oh,
Hope
yeah,
to
no
light up
problem.
some people and turn them on.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll be Krumpers.
for sure. Anybody could do it. I mean, we got people up to,
I
I
don't know.
think,
I'm a little out of shape, so I would. What
we
I
actually,
see that.
no, we have somebody who is actually my dear friend.
Uh-huh.
She's 53 years old.
Right.
She started Krumping at 44.
Seriously? Oh my God! So there's hope for me.
And she's in the sessions, she battles, she competes in tournaments.
Oh my God!
Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you put these events on the West Coast, right?
With my fam.
With your family.
Yeah, with my
Cool.
crew. Yeah. I've been dancing since I was 10, and
Wow.
I'm 29 now.
Wow.
I've been throwing events since 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
You started young.
I started really young.
Tell me a little bit about who started Krump.
So Lil C, Slayer, Tight Eyes, Miho, and Prissy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my Miho. I'm sorry.
Miho, yeah. And I was talking with Terrence a little while ago. It's a fusion of everything.
Yes.
Like of
Yes.
the breakdancing, of hip hop,
Yes.
of contemporary dance, of everything. That's like all thrown in together.
Very unique.
Yeah, very unique and
Yeah.
very physical. You guys got to be in great shape.
Krump is a physical dance. It's more of like a war dance.
Right.
You know, like chants.
Every culture in the world,
Right.
men danced and they
Right.
danced in groups, and it was kind of before battle, after battle, like it was a celebratory thing to move
Right.
your body. Our grandparents would have danced, you know, as part of a courtship.
For sure.
And nowadays, it's like people don't dance that much. So
No.
I love that things like Krump have come up and just kind of brought dance back
Yes.
into our culture again.
Yes.
You know, especially I think women tend toward dance. We're a lot more adept. You know, it's never really left our
Nope.
our world. But
Nope.
for men, this is one of the things reintroducing it into the culture,
Yes.
especially the inner cities. and such.
Especially the inner cities. I think it's a thing that us men have trouble of opening up. Dance does that, the expression of it. Some people are kind of scared of that outlet. I always, as a leader in the community, you know, I kind of voice that a lot. Like as us men, we need to find an outlet to, you know, to express those expressions that you're feeling, you
Right.
know, and stop holding things inside for sure. Football, basketball, volleyball, doesn't matter what it is, dance,
Right, right.
you know, you have something to, before doing something that, you know, you're not supposed to be doing, you have something to think about before doing it.
Exactly. And do you work with young people a lot?
Yes. So I teach at a studio called the Jukebox Dance Studio.
Okay.
It's in Mesa, Arizona. And man, them kids are, I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for them kids, I wouldn't be as hungry as I am.
Right.
They got this type of hunger and this light to them where they're hungry to learn. They're willing to fight through adversity. You know, they're willing to go through, because these kids go through their own little stuff as well.
Right.
So to see them Krump and to see them, the transformation of it, of what they go through with it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yes, like
That's awesome.
yeah, the youth keeps us youthful inside.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it's still
It
a kid.
does.
It's still a kid. I'm still a kid inside. You know, handing the torch down to the youth, man. No gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very important. You know, we have a lot of gatekeepers in different industries.
Yeah.
But like teaching the youth and teaching them the lanes, how to break through in certain situations, and helping them get there. You know.
Yeah.
Especially in this dance, you know, that's our goal as leaders, is to help them get to where they need to be.
What is next for you?
What's next for me? I am actually going back to Germany to teach in Germany. That's the next thing that's
wow.
next. And that's at the end of August, because that's like what I do for a living. I just fly around, I dance, I teach. I'm entrepreneur, like MBH, this is my company, and this is what I do. I just travel, teach, and I bring people in my fam and just train people.
Oh,
I do
wow.
online, everything.
I love it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. How
Yeah.
could people find out more about this?
They can go on my Instagram, rex.franklin, and they can inbox me. I handle all my stuff. I'm my own manager. I'm my secretary.
Me too.
It's just cause I trusting people with stuff. Like I trust people, but it's better when I do my business.
Yeah.
So when it mess up, I don't yell at people. I just be like, dang.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Just
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thanks
no
for
problem.
doing this.
No, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and we got to do our little thing, and we appreciate Joel, our cameraman today.
Yeah,
filling
shout out
in
the
for
cameraman,
Rifat.
man. Yeah.
Woo. Hi, welcome to today's Cat's Passions moment, but I have Rifat with me on my Cat's Passion moment because he's going to help me today. And we're going to talk about mentoring. If you have the opportunity, if you're in a job, if you're in a position in life, to take a young person under your wing, whether it's just counseling them in their personal life or showing them how to do a particular job, having them intern with you, bring them into your office, let them absorb all that wonderful wisdom and information, it makes such a huge difference in the world and in the life of that young person. And as being a young person, your teachers, your people around you.
Yeah, and I can talk in the perspective of young people. If you ever have an opportunity to be mentored, or if you see someone that you have access to has some experience in the field that you want to work with, ask them, hey, do you mind if I just pick your brains, or if we can work together so that I can up my skills in this field? And 80% of the time, people are willing to help. I mean, people who are really passionate about their skills or whatever they're doing would love to help another person out, especially if you're from college or you're just starting out young. They love that youthful energy. But if you don't ask for that opportunity, if you don't reach out for that opportunity, then you'll never get to experience it.
Knock on someone's door, approach them, ask them, don't be afraid, because most people love to share their wisdom. Just a little thought in relation to our Krumping, which was an organization that used dance as a way to help young people, to keep them out of gangs, to get them off the street. And when someone is involved in a big brother, big sister program, or they have a mentor in their life, or they have some kind of a passion to do something, their chances of succeeding in this world are far higher than a young person who just doesn't have that, especially since we have so many single family homes in this day and age. So it really is important to just take a little time and to take a young person under your wing. It'll make all the difference in the world. And I gotta tell you, when you do, it comes back to you tenfold. Just the joy of seeing that young person flourish is just the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, and it doesn't always have to be where the mentor is always teaching. Sometimes we also teach the mentors as well at the same time.
You teach me a lot. Yeah, when Rifat first came in to work with me, I found myself mentoring him a lot, but now he mentors me, so it does come back. So just a little note to, as we had this show today, like I say, on an extraordinary movement that started and helped young people to do the same in your life. Just take one young person under your wing and watch how they flourish as a result.